your body. Just settle in. 90 degrees, soft cactus. Pressing the feet down. You can feel free to close your eyes. And then noticing as you close your eyes, you might need to make some few adjustments here. Letting your feet press into the earth, knees slightly in. And then go ahead and let's take the arms up overhead. It's okay if the shoulder blades and shoulders don't quite make it down to the ground. Just feeling a little bit of traction to release the spine, release the hips. And as you feel that traction of the top of your spine and crown moving away from the base of your tailbone, just notice if there's any more space in the side ribs. You might notice that you can take a fuller breath. And we're going to go ahead and take a Krama breath today, which is a 3-part breathing technique. So keeping the soles of the feet on the earth, the knees bent. Go ahead and take a deep breath to inhale and then a regular exhalation of your own. And then we're going to breathe in a third of the way, so breathe in through the nostrils, and then pause. You're going to inhale a second third, feeling the side ribs, the armpits, the intercostal muscles, and then pause. A little retention here of that breath. And then go ahead and inhale as much as you can, feeling the belly fill all the way up. Keep breathing, 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 breathing. And then pause. When you cannot retain the breath anymore, you're going to exhale the breath out through the mouth. Getting to the bottom of your exhalation, notice how the inhalation just comes in naturally. We're going to take that 2 more times, and with every exhalation, I want you to visualize a part of something that no longer is needed in your life being removed. Maybe it's a piece of clothing, maybe it's a habit, maybe it is a thought pattern of lack or waiting, anticipation, whatever it is. So exhale that out. Let's go ahead and breathe in a third of the way and pause. Feel that gentle retention. And then go ahead and inhale a second third. Feeling the side ribs, the armpits, belly expanding. Pause. Go ahead and breathe in as much as you can. Keep inhaling, 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 inhaling. Till you feel you can't inhale anymore, and then pause. Gentle retention here. Exhale that breath completely out. Get to the bottom of the exhale. Notice how the inhalation naturally comes back in. And notice how when you exhale fully, the back ribs, heaviness of the body, there's almost as if a weight is being lifted off. So we're going to take that breathing technique 1 more time. Third time is always a charm. So go ahead and inhale a third of the way. Feel the belly rise, low ribs expanding, pause. Inhale a second third. Feeling that gentle retention, pause. Go ahead and keep breathing in as much as you can. Stretching the breath, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Keep inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. Holding the breath. And then gently exhale out, releasing anything that doesn't serve. And keeping the eyes closed, the jaw relaxed. Start to visualize right at the top of your midbrain an antenna, a gateway to beyond, pure intelligence. As you breathe in, feel this antenna like a lightning rod move down your spine to right in front of your sacrum, the origin of 72,000 energy points in the body. As you breathe in, you're connecting and downloading this quantum field of pure intelligence, pure light, pure abundance, pure inspiration. As you breathe out, feel your belly pull in, your joints become spacious, and feel this charge stimulate all of your trillions of cells. I liken the download to the internet. Right? You're inhaling, connecting to this gateway of infinite knowledge. Your spine is the conduit as an app, downloading the app. Your sacrum is the surge plug, bringing the intelligence of the app to every single cell of the body. Breathing in, connect to the sound of sa, the sound of pure intelligence. And breathing out, silently hear hum, the sound of transformation. Breathing in, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a tight hug here. Might circle the ankles in one direction, might circle the ankles in the opposite direction. We'll hop the bum over to the right side and then draw the knees over to the left side, just giving yourself a spinal twist here. Unfold the right arm, keeping the eyes closed if you can. And feel this gateway connecting from your crown down your spine. As you exhale, feel the right side of your body opening up. Feeling expansion. When we're constricted, we are limited. We get very wrapped up in the thought process. How am I going to do this? I can't do this. But when we open up and we connect to the infinite realm, we start to realize that there are innumerable possibilities. We get out of our limited way of thinking and connect back to a way of being. Take a moment here, and as you breathe in, come back to that Krama breath, seeing if there's anywhere you can use the breath to massage the ribcage, maybe even drawing that hip down. Taking a deep breath to inhale, feel the light expand, crown to base. And on your exhale, drop your knees back to your chest, rolling onto your back, head and neck, spacious. Taking a moment, hop your bum over to the left side, draw your knees over to the right side. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, opening up the left side of your body. Then letting this intelligence of gravity. We don't see gravity, we don't touch it, but we feel the effects of being pulled down to the earth. Let gravity do the work for you here. The same way we connect to this invisible gravitational force, connect to this invisible quantum field of intelligence. Sa, sound of pure inspiration on the inhale. Hum, the sound of transformation, the exhale. Like a detective, notice if there's any place on the side of your body that's feeling restricted. Or in the colder months, it's very cold in the space that I'm in, so I can feel the restriction of my body. When we become really aware of what's going on in our physical body, then we know that we don't have to push past, right? We can simply be with what is in the moment. Take a moment, draw the knees back to center here, rolling onto your sacrum. You're gonna open up the knees wide into the armpits. And just hold on to the tops of your knees. I want you to wiggle like how a little newborn does. And what this does is it creates a little bit of fluidity in your hip sockets and an elongation of your iliosacral crest. Then gather your knees into your chest. We're gonna roll over to the right side. Come up onto hands and knees. Hands spread underneath you. Tuck your toes underneath you. We're going to take a few cat-cows here. Inhale, broaden across the chest and collarbone. Feel that connection from crown to base. Exhale, press the tops of the toes into the earth, belly pulls in. Feeling that gentle distribution. Inhale, breathing in, opening up to light, radiance, intelligence. Breathing out, spaciousness expanding into every cell of the body. Take 2 more like this. Don't worry about how fast or slow you're moving. Don't worry about if I'm calling it too fast. Just let your breath guide the movement. You can even hear on your inhale stop, moving from crown to base. Hum, belly pulling in. Come to neutral spine, pour your weight into your left hand, float your right arm high to the ceiling, inhale as you reach up, exhale, thread that right arm underneath your left armpit, and then back stroke your left hand to your sacrum. So rolling your left rib cage, try not to focus so much on the shoulder, but focus more on the rib cage. So we're really allowing the thoracic spine to open today. And then notice if there's anywhere in your neck, in your jaw, that's feeling tight. I want you to really focus on bringing and downloading this feeling of spaciousness and putting it in the body. And that's super important around colder months, so the fall and the winter. We want to make sure that we are visualizing length in the body. One more breath here. You might even feel the upper ribs expanding. And then come back to center. Left hand's going to plug in. Right hand reaches up, unwind, right hand underneath you. Pour your right hand into the earth. Float that left arm long by the ear. Big breath here. Exhale, thread the left arm on the right armpit. See if you can bring your left ear. And again, this time, back stroke your right hand to your sacrum, but roll your rib cage on top of your left. And this is a really great shoulder opener as well. If you feel like you're going past your range, just come back to a place that feels really good for your body right now. Then take your time, no rush at all. Float that right hand underneath your right side shoulder. Float that left arm long by the ear, big breath here. Left hand underneath you. Walk your hands a little bit in front of you. I'm going to take my socks off. We're going to come to down dog. So pedaling out your feet. Press the palms down. Keep lengthening the back body. Totally okay to keep a little micro bend in the knees. And then keep lengthening your tailbone up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring some breath to the spine. So lifting the heels, we're going to wave through the spine. Take a deep breath, inhale, lengthen your spine, come to plank pose, pause. Let your exhale take your tailbone up, moving one breath at a time, downward facing. Again, inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your heels, wave through, feel that steadiness. If you need to lower your knees, you absolutely can. On your exhale, take your hips up and back, downward facing. Let's take 2 more like this. Inhale, wave through your spine. Shoulders stack over the wrists. Exhale. Hum, distribution of that intelligence. Again, inhale, wave through your spine, feeling that elongation. Pause for a moment here, and with or without your knees, you're going to draw the elbows straight back in one unit, lower your belly onto the earth. All 10 toenails down, hands underneath your shoulders, lift your heart, keep pressing the toenails down, long spine here. Keeping space for an apple between chin and your chest. Keep drawing your elbows towards your ribcage, and I want you to feel your shoulder blades squeezing an invisible pencil. And then if you're feeling any pressure in the lower back, just lower a little bit more. So really becoming a conduit for what is going on in your body. One more breath. Lower your third eye down, tuck your toes, and then with resistance, resist the mat, take your hips up and back, down, dog. Pedal the heels out, shake your head side to side, up and down. And then we're going to do that one more time. Inhale, wake through your spine, stack your shoulders over your wrist, pause. With or without your knees, bend your elbows straight back, lowering your chest in one unit. Inhale, lift your heart, head and neck at ease. Keep pressing the tops of the toenails down. Maybe you lift your hands an inch off the ground. If you notice that your neck or your shoulders are craning, come back to a place where you can maintain. But I want you to feel your back muscles fire up without going past the place that you can maintain. Then lower your head, your chest, your neck, tuck your toes. With or without your knees, either come through plank or table, and then take your hips up and back. We'll take the right leg straight up and back, all 5 toes point downward. You're pushing into the earth. Scoop your belly in and up, step that right foot forward, lower your back knee down. Unfold the back leg, and then pause for a moment. Now we start to remove the clothes. And it's still cold in here, but I want you to be able to really see the alignment, right? So notice if I were dipping back, this is great that you have mirrors to be able to see, just feel a little lift here on your pelvic floor. You can even interlace your fingers and lift your heart. So in kneeling lunge, really focusing on opening up that left side body. And then float the arms straight up. Feel that connection again from crown to base. Keep your arms long by your ears. We're going to rotate from the rib cage. So little turn over to the right side, right hand behind you, left hand in front. And then notice the expansion that you're feeling here. Take one more breath. Keep squeezing your navel into your spine. Right hand's going to go to your left thigh. Reach that left arm up and back. And then reverse cartwheel your hands, frame your front leg, tuck your back toes underneath you. We're going to step back to downward facing dog. No rush, nowhere to get. Inhale, float through plank, pause for a moment. With or without your knees, we're going to lower all the way down, coming to 𝗔𝗿𝘁𝘀𝘁𝘀, baby cobra. All 10 toenails press down with the heart. Relax the head, the neck, the chest, jaw relax. And then lower the third eye down. Tuck your toes underneath you with resistance, either push through table or come to plank. We make it back to down dog. One breath at a time, one movement at a time. Float the left leg straight up and back. All 5 toes point down as you're pushing into a wall. Scoop your belly in and up. Step that left foot forward. Unfold your back knee, interlace your fingers on top of your thigh, and then lift your heart. So we want to move step by step. You're always going step by step to really get the alignment. And you might be feeling your quadricep right now. You might be feeling that right side psoas. And come back to a place where you can maintain a full breath, and then take the arms up, feeling that length. You're going to keep the arms long, but rotate from the spine. So feeling your belly pull in, elongate now that right arm in front of you, left hand behind. And then focus on feeling a subtle lift from the belly in and up, reaching the arms in opposite directions. No rush. Postures in yoga are only 12% of what yoga actually is, right? So when we allow ourselves to breathe fully, we're actually adding more lifespan to our years. So really want you to focus on the breath here. And then cartwheel your hands to bring that left foot, tuck the back toes, step back to down dog. No rush. And then maybe you float through coming to plank, one breath at a time. Option to lower with or without the knees. We're taking baby cobra one more time. All 10 toenails down into the earth. Lift the heart. Head and neck easeful here. Feel the back higher up. Exhale, lower the chest. Tuck your toes underneath you with or without your knees. Pressing through table, coming back to down dog. One breath at a time. One movement at a time. We'll take that 2 more times, once each side. Inhale, your right leg straight up and back. Exhale, scoop your belly up, step the right foot forward. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Feel yourself root down and rise up. Exhale, open up, feeling a gentle twist. Inhale, float that left arm long by the ear. Exhale, reverse cartwheel the hands. Step back, downward facing dog. No rush, you can always pause or go at your own tempo. Inhale, wave through your spine. Exhale, with or without your knees, chaturanga or baby cobra. Your choice of the transition. If you feel ready for the back bend, you can take chaturanga, up dog, or skip it and come back to down dog. Inhale, left leg straight up and back. Exhale, belly pulls in, step the left foot forward. Lower your back knee down, float the arms, high kneeling lunge. Little twist here as you reach that right arm forward, lifting up and back. Let your belly pull in, reverse cartwheel the hands. Press down, step back to downward facing dog. Your choice of the transition here, either waving through the spine, coming through chaturanga, up dog or down dog. No rush. Nowhere to get. And then pausing in downward facing dog. Taking a moment to resituate yourself in down dog. Take your right hand to your left ankle, calf, or knee. Just finding that place where you can balance. It's okay if you fall over, right? It's part of allowing ourselves to find that freedom is to play. And then take that right hand, plug it back into the earth. There's no such thing as perfection. Take your left hand, find some place on your right side body. So your ankle, your knee, your calf, maybe look underneath that right armpit, finding length. And then come back to center. Look about the space between your hands and either step hop or take a slow stroll like I like to do, up to your hands. You're gonna bend your knees generously here, especially if you are in cold temperatures or if your apartment is cold. And then allow the belly to go on top of the thighs here. When we do that, our body automatically lets the head relax. So let your head be at ease. You can even shake the head side to side, up and down. Control the lips. Take your hands, work your shoulder blades in towards one another. Now we're gonna open up the shoulders, right? So squeeze the shoulder blades together. You'll lift your heart a little bit, deepen over your legs, and find that space where your palms can touch. If you need a strap, you can always use the strap. Lengthen your legs as best as you can, and then pause. And then we're gonna walk one finger over. So switching the crossing of the hands, but we're just walking one finger over. Then release your hands, bring your hands to your shin bones, let your hands push against the shins against the palms. Inhale, lengthen. Long breath here. Exhale, fold forward over your thighs. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Feel that breath move from crown to base. And then exhale, pause for a moment, just standing in mountain pose, Tadasana. And then notice for a moment as you bring your hands by your hips or along by your sides, if you feel centered, you might even feel as if you're 6 inches taller. Right, so we're going to take 3 rounds of Surya breath to really get that energy moving. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees generously, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to the shin bones, press into the shin bones, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, let it go, release the back of the head. Again, inhale, lengthen, circle the arms around and up. Keep stretching the breath, pushing your feet down. Exhale, hands to heart. See if you can let the breath move. Inhale moves, then the arms circle around and up. Exhale begins, then we fold forward. So the breath is initiating the movement. Inhale begins, hands to the shins, lengthen the spine, jaw relaxed. Exhale, bend forward. We get some heat going. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time we're going to add a jump back. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Urdhva. Exhale, Surya Namaskar A. Fold forward over your thighs, belly to the thighs. Inhale to lengthen your spine, Uttanasana. Exhale, prepare, either stepping or floating back. Your choice of the vinyasa. Chaturanga, up dog or down dog, or skip it. And meet in down dog. Then pause for a moment. Feel yourself steady in your posture. While postures are only 12% of yoga, we can practice the other aspects in this posture. Am I being kind to myself? Am I pushing past? Am I breathing, which is pranayama? Let's take that right leg straight up and back. Roll your right hip on top of the left. Feel that right armpit anchor down here. And then bend your right heel over to the left side. So bringing that breath, that vitality. Step your right foot forward behind your right wrist, and then spin the back of your heel. So we're coming up to warrior 2. Pause. Just check in here. Aligning your head, your neck. Notice if this back hip is hiked up. Anchor your hip down and broaden across the chest. So shoulders in line with your hips. And we'll take 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Feel as if you're gathering all of the energy from the ground up. Exhale, press straight down. Inhale, lengthen, like if you're gathering all of the intelligence, you're pouring it into you. Exhale, go straight down, warrior 2. One more time, feel yourself really lengthen, little lift of your pelvic floor, and then exhale, pause, hold your warrior 2. Check out your stance. Right knee in line with the ankle, arms slightly in front of you. I want you to think about pressing down in your lats. So warrior 2 is this strong stance, but when we're breathing, we're not gripping, right? You're gonna bring that left hand to the hip or to the outside of the leg, right arm reaches up and over. Big breath here. Keep your right arm long by the ear, lengthen your front leg. Inhale, lengthen, right arm stays by the ear, exhale, bend right knee. 2 more times like that. We're sending breath down the side of the spine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend. If you feel like you're really tense today, inhale, lengthen, exhale through the mouth. And then pause. Just feel what this feels like. Notice if you're gripping, notice if your body's shaking, stay with it. And then stack the shoulders again. So you're gonna feel that strength in the body. You have this. We're gonna do this one more time, but with triangle pose. So lengthen your front leg. Heel toe this back foot in about 6 inches. Now stay with me. Reach forward, touch something in front of you so you're not nose diving. Come straight back up. What we're doing is bringing length to the right side point. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, come back up. I want you to use your core here, right? So inhale, lengthen forward, feet are strong. Inner thighs stretching. Exhale, come back up. This time, reach as far forward. Keep that right arm long by the ear. Arms are in line with each other. Right hand to the top of the shin. Left hand on your shoulder. Keep your left hand on your shoulder and revolve from your rib cage. Right? So what I want you to really focus on today is not so much the arms, but more the rib cage, which is what we started with that breath. And then pause here, because it isn't always about extending the arm. If you want to extend the arm, you can take it up. If you want to keep your hand on your hip and focus more on the spine and the breath, I highly recommend working on that today. But the choice is always yours, and there's never any right or wrong. Right? Now, from here, because we're working a lot with the spine today and opening up the side ribs, so that way we flush out what doesn't need to be in our system. See if you can root down on the feet and lean back a little bit more. So as you lean back, as if there's an invisible wall behind you, your body is going to start to go into a space of, oh, I'm pushing down. So feel your muscles fire up, and then from here, bend that front leg. Good. Lengthen your front leg. Doing that 2 more times. So we're really bringing fluidity to places that tend to get really tight. Lengthen that front leg without putting pressure on the joints. That's why today I'm not focusing so much on elongating the arms. I'm focusing more on lengthening the ligaments and the ribcage. Pause. Now take your time. This is going to be a little challenge for you. Feel your inner thighs squeeze. Draw your navel in. Push down on the feet, and then come straight up. Hands to the hips. Turn your toes in. Your feet slightly out. Leave your feet where they are. Feel as if you're pulling your hips down, so I want you to feel some traction to release your lower back down. Lift your heart. Stick your tongue out of your mouth. And then deepen forward. So you're finding that place. If your hands don't quite reach the floor, you can bring a block under each hand. I don't happen to have one with me. But if you have your blocks or your books, absolutely do that. Feel this traction happening first, grow the spine long, and then deepen forward. Now, leaving your hands where they are, I'll give you 2 options. So you can bring the hands to the outside of the feet. You can keep them on the blocks or books, wherever you are. Or you can walk them through your legs. And then I want you to now pull up on the front of your kneecaps. Feel your belly engaged. And then come back to a flat back. Bend your knees generously here. It's going to protect the lower back. And then rise up. Now we're going to turn the left toes to face forward. Step your right foot to meet your left. We're changing perspective. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale the arms around and up. Stretch the breath here. Exhale, fold forward. So you should be facing your back wherever you are. You're welcome to come back to the front. Just a different way to change and rewire the brain. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees. Step back 1 foot at a time. Yogi's choice. Your choice of the transition. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog, baby cobra. Or skip it. And then pause for a moment. Just letting your feet adjust. If you need to take a child's pose, go ahead and do that. Take a deep breath to inhale. Bend your knees. Open your mouth. And then re-lengthen. It's always okay to reset. And then let's take that left leg straight up and back. All 5 toes push down like you're pushing into a wall. Roll that left hip on top of the right. Bend the left heel over to the right side, opening it up. Keep anchoring the left armpit down. And then step your left foot forward. Help it up if you need to. Left foot behind left wrist. Spin your back heel down. And then use your core to come up to warrior 2. Pause. If you need to situate, right? So plug yourself in. Check out that alignment. Left knee right over the ankle. Notice if the belly's hanging out. Feel a little lift so the inner thighs are working in like a magnet and then up to the spine. And then open the arms like you're slicing through what you're feeling right now. This is a hard pose. It's not easy. Everything is working at the same time. Keep pressing down the outer baby toes. We're going to rise 3 times. Inhale. Use the strength of the legs. Keep the arms up overhead. Good. Exhale all the stuff that you don't need anymore. Visualize it. Inhale, lengthening, connecting to the unbound. Exhale, maybe it's a limiting self-belief pattern that you have, right? I can't do this unless I have this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, get rid of that limiting self-pattern. And pause. Feel this embodiment inside of you. And then bring your right hand now to the outside of the right thigh. Reach the left arm long by the ear. Big breath here. We'll move 3 times. Stretch breath. Inhale, lengthen front leg. Exhale, rebend left knee. Again, inhale, lengthen. Getting rid of whatever doesn't serve. Exhale, rebend. Okay, it's already served its purpose. Inhale, lengthen. Plugging back in to unbound, unlimited, whatever it is you want. Feel it. And then take your time, lengthen your front leg, use your core, stack your shoulders. Heel toe your back foot in. And then we'll deepen out over that left leg. Keep the left arm long by the ear, keep rolling the shoulder back. Inhale, touch whatever's in front. Exhale, come straight back up. So the body, the physical body temple, also likes repetition. This is why we're doing this today. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back. Squeezing the inner thighs, feeling it in and up. One more. Inhale, deepen out over that left arm, left leg. Use your core, come back up. Good. Now, keep breathing, keep reaching. Keep sending this back hip back. Left hand's gonna go to the shin, the thigh, wherever you can reach. Right hand's gonna go to the shoulder. And then navigate this left side rib cage from underneath you up to the ceiling. Once you feel that you can breathe here fully, take the stress out of it, take the thinking out of it. Maybe your arm extends. Sometimes this feels like it's more work for me, so I like to keep my hand on my hip, but I give you the option. What serves you today? Now from here, I want you to feel like you're leaning back. Right, so feel as if the back part of your heart can lean against a wall. And then wherever you need to focus, you can look upside or down. If you're feeling tension in your neck, you can look anywhere upside or down where you're feeling the length of your spine. So now we're going to use the core strength. Push down your feet. Feel your inner thighs activate like a magnet or like a cat's paw, how it closes. And then take your time, start to rise. Take your time. That's a tough one. Left toes turn in. This time we're going to interlace the fingers behind us, clasp the palms, as if someone's pulling your hands down. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, stick the tongue out of the mouth. Fold forward. And now we're going to check out and see where our shoulders are this time. Right, just notice if there's any more space. You can shake your head side to side, up and down. Move one finger over. Clasp the palms. Little lift here. A little deepen. And then release the hands. Let gravity do the work now. Hands either on your blocks, books, or down to the ground. Keep your weight slightly forward on the balls of your feet and scoop your belly in and up. And then take a moment, lengthen your spine. We're going to do a little core work here. So bend the knees, but lengthen the arms. Just lift and lower. So you're lifting about 3 inches. Just lift. Totally okay to keep a little bend in the knees and lower. One more time. Just lift and lower. And this time we're going to lift all the way up with 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the arms stretching out like Vitruvian Man. Deep breath to inhale. Exhale, hands to the hips. Step your left foot now to the right. Tadasana. And we'll flow. Inhale the arms around and up. Exhale, fold forward. Deepen out. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees. Press your palms. Your choice of the transition. One step. One breath. The beauty of the practice, we all meet in Tadasana. In this practice, is that we don't have to feel ashamed for the choices that we make, right? Bring your knees down to the earth. We'll take 3 cat-cows. Inhale, gaze up, gaze, skip it, and come to child's pose. Do that. Exhale, belly pulls in. Inhale, lengthen, tuck the toes. Face looks up, run across the chest. Exhale, belly pulls in. One more time. Inhale, face looks up, relax the jaw, the head, the neck, the chest. Belly pulls in. Push back onto your heels. Just take a moment here. Hands are going to go behind you. Little lift. We're taking a pose today that's called rabbit pose or hare pose, and that really allows for the traction of the spine to elongate. So I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to come up onto my knees. You can place a blanket or fold your mat if you'd like. I'm going to hold onto my heels. My head goes down to the earth, and then I pull my shoulder blades away from one another. So there's this little traction. There's no tension in my neck because my heels are pulling away and I'm using the strength of my arms. There's resistance here. And depending on where you're holding tension in your body in this posture, particularly in the back body, you'll feel the resistance, and that's where you focus your breath. So for instance, I feel this for me on the left side of my L4, L5, which is usually where I have tightness. And then you'll stay for 3 rounds of breath. The rounds of breath are the length of your inhalation and your exhalation. And then very slowly start to roll back up one vertebrae at a time. Take your time, head and neck easeful. Find your strap. Hopefully you have one nearby or a tie or something that you can use. And we're going to just open up the shoulders. So also in the fall, and especially, this is why I was saying to you, Dallas, that especially if you can do the monthly, I get to give you guys what is allowing the decompression. In the fall, what happens is because of the air element, we tend to get sped up and our thoughts get very anxious. It goes into the jaw, it pulls on the neck, the occipital nerves, the accessory breathing muscles, and then everything gets very restricted. So we're going to take the arms up, spread the palms, take a circle around you and back. Big wide hands here. Yep, bring it up and around and then forward. And then bring the arms back up. Totally okay to bring it as wide as you can, bring it all the way down. If you're bending at the elbows, just open up your arms a little bit wider. And then bring it forward. One more time, bring the arms up, around and back, good. And then up. I want you to stay here for a moment, bend that right elbow. Give it a little bit of a tug with the left. Yep. Take your left hand out, thumb points down, internally rotate it, and find your strap. Now keep walking that left hand up the strap. The hands don't have to meet, but I want you to feel this little resistance. I'll show you from the profile here. You're going to start to fold forward. Just where you feel something happening without pushing past your alignment. And then taking your time, draw the navel back in and up, lengthen, release the arms. Give your shoulders a little shrug here, as if you're shrugging off the weight of whatever you don't need anymore. And then we're going to take the arms back up with the shot. So arms reach up, bend at that left elbow this time. Right hand's going to go out to the side, thumb points down. Internal rotation. Reach it up and back. A little resistance. And then start to scoop your belly in and up, hinging forward. And sometimes it isn't always about where we think we need to be, right? The beauty of the practice is I need to balance and accept where I am right now. So notice what is being released. And even though we are working the arms towards one another, you might be feeling your hips release. You might be feeling your jaw release. And that's all part of the practice. And then come straight back up, take your time. Unfold the arms, give yourself a little shrug here. And then we're gonna come on down to the floor. So if you removed your socks like I did, or any other clothing, you can put your socks back on. We're gonna come to padotanasana, so bound angle, and that's gonna be to open up the hips. So we're focusing a lot today on the hips and the shoulders. Soles of the feet together. Give yourself a little weeble wobble. Grow your spine long, and then start to hinge forward. You have a block, you can also place it on underneath your forehead. Start to put some clothes back on. So as we move the energy throughout us, right, it's also really important to make sure that the energy of the shoulders and the hips are what's being released in the fall and in the winter. And usually those are the two places that we want to avoid because we get very cold and constricted and very heady. So let yourself just open up your hips where you can, but direct your awareness now to the lower back. You can relax your jaw here. You might even let the bottom half of your mouth and just feeling really proud of yourself for making it to the mat to nourish yourself for what it is that you need to show up and do. The more we can align ourselves and set ourselves up so we don't have to think so much, the easier our path becomes. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll give you a very easy day-to-day example. I set my coffee up every day the night before. So that way I don't have to worry about it in the morning. And there are times that I have cold brew already made in the fridge that I've made from a day or two before. And it's one less thing that I have to worry about. So the more we give ourselves these options of ease, the more we can show up for ourselves fully and find flow, which is alignment. Take one more breath. You might notice that your hips are now opening up a little bit more. And then take your time, straight back up. Bring your soles of the feet now down to the ground. So we're going to take the reverse action. Hold on to the tops of the shins and then round the spine. So give yourself a little traction here. Sit straight back up. Take your time here. And we're going to use that core. So hands along by the sides. Try to keep your feet down on the earth to push down. And we're going to lower for 8 counts. 8, 7 feet stay down. 6, scoop your belly in. 5, 4, 3, feet are down. 2, feet are down. 1, feet are down. Good. And just as we started, we're going to take that supine twist. So bring the knees back to center. Let your knees fall to the right side. And then elongate that top leg. Unfold your left arm. And just notice if you feel or see in your body any difference from when you started. Give yourself a big full breath here. And then exhale out what doesn't serve. And then bend that top knee. Take your time. Knees back into the chest. Give yourself a little tight hug here. Might even say to yourself, I'm so proud of you. You made it to the mat. I'm so proud of you. I'm taking care of my son. I'm so proud of you. Insert whatever you need to receive. Plug that in. And then we'll take the knees over to the left side. So knees to the left. Extend that top leg. Left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Right arm extends. And then take the stress out of it. Take the thinking out of it. Close the eyes and just let your body breathe. Just allowing everything that you've already done and unlocked to serve you. Bend your top knee back to center. Bring your knees back in. Give yourself a little hug. And we're gonna set up for Shavasana. So however you need to plug in, just letting yourself maybe place a blanket over you. You can place a pillow. Cover your eyes. Get really snug as a bug in a rug. Might even elevate your feet. And then let the arm bones be heavy. Let the jaw be heavy. Take the thinking out of the equation. Letting your head resettle back into the earth. Your hips and your pelvis. The shoulders heavy. Let your thigh bones naturally roll in or roll out. And feel the backs of your calves and shin bones heavy. Relax your ankle bones, the tops of your feet, and the soles of your feet. Relax your big toe, connected to the element of earth. Your second toe, element of water. Third toe, element of fire. Fourth toe, the element of air. Pinky toe, the element of space. Relax all 10 toes. Feel spaciousness across your chest and collarbone. Letting the eyes roll back into their sockets. Letting the ears soften. Letting the ear canals soften. And just letting the whole body be breathed. Let yourself be heavy. And feel the spaciousness that we invited at the beginning of our class. Feel that spaciousness now expanding to every single cell of your body. Feel that connection of the earth holding you up. We don't have to effort. We don't have to make things more difficult. Just surrendering, being in this moment, which unfolds the next. And then ask yourself, in this moment, where can I let ease infiltrate? Where can I find ease? Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityamamritam gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Om. Just feeling and letting your whole body bathe in this spaciousness, in this space and time that you've taken and created for yourself. And just breathing it in without making it right or wrong, but knowing at every moment you have exactly what you need. Knowing that at every moment, everything is happening for you and not to you. So grounding and breathing this new moment into your being. Feel that connection, the sound of pure inspiration. Hum. Let it distribute every exhalation. If you'd like to stay a little bit longer and have the time, you can stay as long as you'd like in Shavasana. If you're ready to move, lightly rub your thumbs over each fingertip. Let your tongue drop to the bottom half of your mouth. And then in your own time, roll over to the right side. Tuck your knees in, and then guide yourself to a comfortable seat, letting your head arrive last. And then bring your palms to your heart, just thanking yourself for showing up, for being with what is, and letting the residue of your practice nourish you for the remainder of your day. Hari Om. Om Tat Sat. Namaste. Let's make a fist with your right hand, cover it with your left. You're going to press it below your belly button and then lean forward, feeling a subtle lift of your pelvic floor, and then come straight back